Man, the gaming world has kind of broken the internet multiple times in the last 24 to 30 hours. Between GTA 6 being officially confirmed today that it's in development, to yesterday's more COD-centric announcement of the coming project in 2022, we've been kept pretty busy and, well, on our toes because as a gamer, I love hearing about both those things. But for the sake of Call of Duty and the channel focus today, I want to break down what we learned yesterday out of the investor call with Activision, what confirmations were actually made for COD 2022, and what all of this means going forward into the future. That said, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you looking forward to COD 2022, what we're highly anticipating to be Modern Warfare 2? Are you looking forward to what's to come with Warzone? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video as well as a comment. Both greatly help out the video and the algorithm. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2, Warzone, and anything COD related. We got a few cool projects coming up that you guys won't want to miss. And of course, we'll keep it the day with all things new and happening. So if you're interested, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, let's jump into it. Now, the initial reports for the coming year of Call of Duty came from filings from the investor press release from Activision Blizzard King about the quarter past and the upcoming projects on the horizon. This was then echoed by multiple investment sites like Business Wire and more, but likely to no one's surprise, it did indeed confirm that Vanguard failed to meet expectations as far as sales go. And whether it be the quality of the game, offering of the content, or just the era, to me it was the era. World War II is not the powerhouse that it used to be in the industry like 10-15 years ago. But regardless, they ended up stating Call of Duty's net bookings on console and PC declined year over year in the fourth quarter, reflecting lower premium sales for Call of Duty Vanguard versus the year ago title and lower engagement in Call of Duty Warzone. Fourth quarter in-game player investment on console and PC remained well above the level seen prior to the March 2020 launch of Warzone. Now, that, to any investor, may be a slight red flag. With a free-to-play offering, it's not super reassuring to know that the only comparison metric that you have is that it's better than before the free-to-play Warzone launched, but that's where Activision brought out the return fire, in which they stated development on this year's premium and Warzone experiences is led by Activision's renowned Infinity Ward studio. The team is working on the most ambitious plan in franchise history, with industry-leading innovation and a broadly appealing franchise setting. And there we have it, our first acknowledgement officially of COD 2022, developed by Infinity Ward, which may not exactly be what you're thinking. We didn't get confirmation of, hey, Modern Warfare 2 is coming out, get ready for that, but it is hinted at, and it's the first time that we see any acknowledgement that Infinity Ward is that lead developer, which then puts one more piece to the puzzle of the picture that we almost already certainly know. Ambitious plans and franchise history, that could explain a lot, but also is a lot of PR talk. The broadly appealing franchise setting, likely to me, dealing with Modern Warfare, that's pretty broadly appealing. World War II, not exactly broadly appealing. Cold War, maybe a little bit more appealing, but Modern is something that kind of can resonate with everybody. But then after all of this, Infinity Ward immediately put out a statement following saying a new generation of Call of Duty is coming soon. Stay frosty. And as soon as that went out, well, they can finally talk about it to some degree, but it feels great to hear, and it did kind of break the internet at that point. The tweet now sitting at over 100,000 likes on it definitely built some anticipation to hear what's next here with all of that. But let's go a little bit further in detail. A lot of people were thinking that this is kind of out of the ordinary, right? Well, actually, not so much. Not as much as you may think. Every year we end up seeing these investor calls, these earning reports, and the Q4 early ones here earlier on in January, February, March usually state the studio that is developing the upcoming title. The only recent oddities are kind of the last 2 years here, whether it be for developmental snags and turmoil, or if it was something to give Warzone a little bit more anticipation leading into its sort of new revitalization of either the launch in 2020 or last year with the launch of Verdansk 84. We didn't see that confirmed until a little later on down the line, but this is something that predominantly before that has always been something that happens around that time. The only potentially out of the norm thing is that Infinity Ward commented on it, which again is also relatively standard by a couple of years ago in that sort of press release, official confirmation timeline that we normally would have. Now, I've seen some people talking about how it says a new generation. Wouldn't read too far into that. That's not something that, at least according to insiders, is any hint or point towards this being next-gen consoles only. I still think that this is going to follow the same sort of rule sets we've heard before, where it's going to be this current upcoming generation of PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, as well as your PlayStation 4 and Xbox Ones. So that's something that I wouldn't read too far into it. One thing, though, that I'm excited to hear more about is that they did say in their sort of PR speak, our teams are executing against an exciting pipeline of content planned for 2022. Activision expects to drive renewed expansion in the Call of Duty franchise later in the year with groundbreaking, all-new experiences. Now, if you're asking me, that sounds like it's something that's the DMZ mode. Something that we talked about is the Escape from Tarkov sort of replacement for Spec Ops coming within Modern Warfare 2 once everything is officially revealed. But overall, my thoughts on this, I'm just stoked, man. I'm happy that we have a confirmation here with this. I'm glad that we're starting to look forward to what's next. And honestly, as a Modern Warfare fan, for the universe, the lore, and all that kind of stuff, I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. The gameplay, hit or miss, but we'll see how that all works out. But for right now, I'm just excited to see that we have some talk, some discussion here about what's upcoming. And probably the biggest thing here for me is that I'm excited to see that we have Warzone confirmed to be led by Infinity Ward here again with this. No real shade or anything to the folks over at Raven, but I feel like Infinity Ward got a lot of care and attention when it came to the smaller things, not necessarily just like your overall, okay, we get an update here and there, but my mind immediately jumps to things like Easter eggs. We got one per season when it came to Warzone with Infinity Ward after it got its bearings, whereas we've only had one Easter egg since December of 2020 in Warzone since then, and they relinquished the main support in dev to Raven. Maybe Season 2 changes that, but I like the attention to detail, the small-scale things that were paid attention to, and with this being something that, if it is following those reports of the new DMZ map, being something that then replaces the Warzone map, and that is what we play Warzone on, it would make sense, because then all things in terms of development, and also if it is going to be that new clean slate, well, everything is already in-house from Infinity Ward at that point. It's very simple to tune things one way and not have to worry about how it affects 100 other weapons or something like that, or how it's going to change the alteration of a new map that maybe you didn't build out entirely. So it makes sense for them to take back over Warzone's main integration and support as well. So looking forward to that one. As for that clean slate, who knows when that'll start. The big question marks are if it's the Season 1 integration in December, or if they hold off everything and we get Caldera and the weapons that we have right now until March of next year, and when that rumored release is. But for the time being, we just don't quite know. But right now, it's an exciting time, man. We have a lot up on deck here over the course of the next coming months. Very curious to see if we end up getting an earlier reveal as opposed to the last 2 years here where we had summer reveals where everything then starts to sort of rapidly roll into the next title. If we go back to the sort of traditional marketing for Call of Duty, we get a reveal in April or May, and then we have months of build-up leading to an October or November release of the proposed Modern Warfare 2. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that all breaks down, but right now, that's where we're at here at this. Wanted to fill you guys in and let you know everything you may have missed in regards to the announcement Infinity Ward and Activision made and the future of Call of Duty 2022. So that said, that's what we're going to call it. Just wanted to quickly talk with you guys about all of it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you looking forward to COD 2022? Are you thinking it's going to be Modern Warfare 2? Are you excited to hear from Infinity Ward once again? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, anything COD related. We got you covered here on the channel. A lot up on deck in the coming weeks to months. So stick it here on the channel if you guys are at all interested. But that said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.